According to one Central Asian legend, King Shakra and Queen Jalandhara, namely the last Hephthalite monarchs of Transoxiana, had two twin sons. The queen resolved to leave the kingdom with one of her two children, fleeing the country before the Arab invasion. The other child stayed on by the king's side. Queen Jalandhara and her son Dorje Dudul traveled east along the Amudarya River and entered the Swat Valley in what is today northern Pakistan. While Jalandhara was contemplating the Shingrai waterfall, Dorje wandered off into the thicket and lost sight of his mother. As luck would have it, he was soon found among lotus plants by a compassionate man who took the boy to the royal palace. The great and childless king Indrabhuti decided to adopt Dorje Dudul and nicknamed him Padma Sambhava, meaning lotus child. However, as a young man, Padma Sambhava was accused of killing a state official and exiled from the kingdom. He moved to northern India, where he lived as an ascetic, studying ancient languages and occult sciences. At Rewalsar Lake, Padma Sambhava gave tantric teachings to the local princess Mandarava and soon married her. He also married her adopted daughter Belwan Kalasiti. Padma Sambhava and Mandarava traveled together to Nepal, where he also married the local princess Belmo Shakya Devi. In 762, the 38th emperor of Tibet, Trison Detsen, summoned the Indian philosopher Shantarakshita to propagate Buddhism and helped found the first Buddhist monastery in Tibet, about 50 kilometers southeast of Lhasa. However, a series of natural calamities hindered the project and caused some Tibetans to believe that the local gods were angry. Subsequently, Shantarakshita traveled to Nepal and returned to Tibet with Padma Sambhava, whose job was to tame the local spirits and impress the Tibetans with his magical and ritual powers. Being successful, he carried on the construction of Samye Monastery until its completion in 779. Trison Detsen also ordered the translation of countless Sanskrit and Pali texts into Tibetan. Padma Sambhava and Shantarakshita, along with 108 translators and 25 of Padma Sambhava's nearest disciples, carried out a gigantic translation assignment which would form the base for the large corpus of Tibet's mystic literature. Padma Sambhava, popularly known as Guru Rinpoche or Venerable Teacher, is regarded as the founder of the Nyingma, that is, the oldest order of Tibetan Buddhism, often referred to as Kangyurpa, the ancient translation order. Nyingma teachings include a distinctive classification of 9 Buddhist vehicles to spiritual liberation. Ati Yoga, also known as Dzogchen, meaning utmost union or great perfection, is regarded as the highest and most effective of these 9 methods. Padma Sambhava initiated 3 of his foremost students into tantric rites. The first was Emperor Trison Detsen himself. The second was his ambassador and tantra collector Namkhai Nimpo. And the third was Trison Detsen's wife, the Tibetan Empress Yeshe Tsogyal. She actually went on to become Padma Sambhava's best disciple and was soon recognized as an accomplished teacher in her own right. Though she remained married to Trison Detsen, she also became Padma Sambhava's 4th wife. Mandarava and Yeshe Tsogyal were Padma Sambhava's dearest and closest wives until his dying day. Yeshe Tsogyal is venerated as the most prominent female Buddha of our era. Padma Sambhava and Yeshe Tsogyal hid their esoteric writings, known as termas, inside secret caves located in inaccessible valleys called bayouls. Termas have occasionally been retrieved by treasure hunters and wisdom seekers known as tertans, and usually consigned to Himalayan monasteries. Bayouls are places where physical and spiritual worlds overlap, and tantric practice becomes most powerful. Pilgrims who travel to these wild and distant places often recount extraordinary experiences of rapture and enlightenment. Conversely, prowlers and plunderers may encounter failure and death due to snowstorms, landslides, and wild beasts. One of the most famous termas is the Bardo Todal, that is, the script for disincarnation, commonly known as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. In his old age, Padma visited other Asian countries. In Bhutan, he meditated in caves near the Paro Taksin Temple and the Kurje Lakan Temple, where he married his fifth and last wife, Tashi Kidron. Finally, in Sri Lanka, he subdued demons and propagated Buddhism. The life of Padma is widely depicted in the charm dances, the colorful, masked, and costume performances associated with religious festivals throughout the Himalayan region.